Hello, folks. Hello, Springfield and the surrounding areas and our fellow Wildcats that are watching. Welcome to Cat Chat, our Springfield City School District podcast. I'm Chris Wallace.
I'm Isabel Vanderpool.
And I'm Jenna Linusars.
Welcome to Cat Chat, March Madness edition.
Guys, we're really moving through the school year, March,
Yes.
okay?
Left
End
foot.
is near.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot up. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. The original 6'7". Yeah.
That's right.
These kids don't know.
I don't know either. Is that what they do? 6'7"?
6'7".
I don't even know what that means. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
It doesn't even mean
I take that
anything.
back.
It doesn't even mean
All right.
anything.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Nothing.
How you guys been?
I've been great.
You guys been good?
Yes, I'm great.
So
Man, I've been chilling
so
too.
good. I know Izzy's been so good.
Yep.
Yep. I got my school ID. You got your school ID, but we're gonna talk about
Yep,
mother
just-
ID. Okay,
so,
let's
Give it
go.
a minute.
All right, what we doing?
Don't spoil
I
it.
should've grabbed
What we
yeah.
doing? What
I
we doing?
should've grabbed it.
Okay. Well, let's get into the high five so y'all can know what we're talking about. You have the first one, right?
I do.
First high five.
High five.
Okay.
Springfield High School debate team, 5th consecutive state championship appearance.
Yeah. Mock trial. Killing it.
Congratulations, the mock trial team, right? These are a bunch of kids that really can argue and have valid points to their argument. I wouldn't like having them in school and having to tell them.
Future lawyers in the
Oh
making.
my goodness, that would be a long day. Maybe there's only a certain amount can be in the classroom at the same time, like a quorum. If it's too many, it's a quorum, and then you're in trouble because these students can really get after it. But congratulations to the mock trial team, 5th consecutive appearance, and I know they're gonna bring it home. So high five to them.
Yes.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was
It's
really
March
good.
Madness. If we ain't on point, we're going home. It's winter. Go home right now.
Go back to the locker room.
Let's go.
Oh my!
It's March Madness, Izzy.
I'm hearing you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, well, I have to give a shout out to all of our sweet little angel babies who participated in the Public School Week's video. Public
Okay.
Schools Week videos.
Public schools
Yes.
week video.
Yes.
Okay.
The I love public schools. I love my school because I thought it was so great to hear from so many kids about why it is that they love their school because the answers are all over the board,
Yes.
as you may have seen.
Yes, I walked in on you one time. You were filming. I think it was
Yes,
at Perrin
at
Woods,
Perrin.
and they were enjoying it, man. It was intense.
Hey, I appreciate the little ones who are like, I love my school because I get to eat lunch.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes, I
Who
love
doesn't
that.
love to
No
be
money.
full?
Right.
No dollars.
No dollars.
No dollars.
You guys gotta watch it. You'll be able to. How can they watch that? Is it-
Absolutely. The same place you watch Cat Chat on our YouTube. Those are right there for you.
It's gonna be right under here.
Yeah.
You
So
gonna see our goofy faces, and then right underneath, you're gonna be like, you can also, y'all gonna be like, I'd rather watch that. But watch us first, then click that.
absolutely.
Okay.
So high five to all of those kids who did Public School Week videos.
Okay. I have Roosevelt Unplugged for Technology, which is Unplugged. They also have a group at Roosevelt, and it's called Unplugged, and they do a bunch of work to better the school and to get off your phone and to stop watching TV and to be more connected with your family and friends without the phones.
Yes, it's very important.
Yep.
You go out to eat and you look over at the table and you see
Everybody's on
a
their
whole family
On their phone.
waiting for their water to come to their table, but
Yes.
they're not even talking and engaging. They're just like,
I was so proud of myself because my screen time was down last week. You know, on Sunday when it notifies you, mine was down by like an hour.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. It was still a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I was proud of myself for the progress.
Yes.
a lot of what you do, you gotta be
You're right.
using the phone. But
I know, but it
Definitely
just makes
good.
me feel bad when I see the number pop up and I'm like, oh, okay.
looks like you're doing something about it.
I'm trying.
That's good.
So high
Very
five to
good.
Roosevelt.
Yes.
I'm plugging.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, that was me. That was me.
We lost that one right now. We up 2.
Yes.
Okay, you got the next one?
Yeah, I do. This is a special shout out because this is my homegirl. She has been in our mentoring program, which I had Student Mentor Coalition. She's in our high school. She's about to be in our first graduate class. And I've watched her develop from her freshman year, especially with her attitude and then adjusting it because she's so competitive. And she's been able to channel that energy into something special and a monumentous moment for playing basketball for the Springfield High Lady Cats. She is a 1,000-point scorer for her career, and that's a shout out and high five to Millie Portis. Great job.
Nice.
You did a great job. We always say give her 3. Give her 3. Give her 3.
Yay.
All right. Shout out to Millie and her family. Congratulations and good luck. She will be playing further in her career in education in college. And so congratulations and high five to Millie Portis.
Yeah.
Yay, Millie.
And you got us back on point.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, Millie.
The best high five is for last.
The best one.
Because not only was it Miss Isabel Vanderpool's birthday,
Yay.
but guess who's pulling up with her driver's license? Watch out, y'all.
Yes.
Watch
Got
out.
her license.
My
Watch out.
license today, and I passed the test with 100% on both the road test and the maneuverability.
Okay, flex.
What?
So,
She said 100.
Hello.
No points.
Clock that.
No points.
yes, no
Clock that.
points. I checked the thing on my email, and they were like, you could check your score on your email, and then it was like 0 out of 26 in green, and I was like, period.
I saw you come in today and turn around and go, boop, boop, boop. I said, oh.
She better not have been whipping it through that parking lot, Chris.
Listen.
I didn't get to see that part, but she was out of there hitting the alarm like, doop, doop, doop.
Yes.
I said, okay, Izzy.
Yes, got my license. Super excited. Super
So
excited.
high five to you. Oh. No. I'm so sorry. We gotta do that again.
Yeah. That one was better.
It's better. We got a little too excited. See, we got
Yeah.
unfocused because Izzy, but I'd rather be unfocused for Izzy than
Oh.
be focused at all.
Yes.
So we made it through the high five highlights. Don't forget you can send those to our podcast email and get a cat swag pack. Podcast at SCSDOH.org.
Swag pack. What's
Also,
up with the poll? We got a
But
poll, right?
please notice me and Izzy's new swag. Courtesy of where, Chris?
And please do not notice mine. But Paul Prince, I always talk about him. We got the hot fire. We can do the embroidery,
That's right.
direct a film, screen, and whatever else you need. Hats, sleeves, cups. We've done it all. Paul
it all.
Prince, your one-stop shop, Springfield City Schools. Those are nice.
I really
Yeah.
like mine.
Those are
They're
nice.
so comfy, especially on the inside. The inside's so soft. Like the material's really soft.
Yes.
That's gonna go good when you got your window down and the aerodynamic going off your shirt.
So,
Like it's just gonna be blowing off. You just gonna be like, let me ride. But I don't know. It might get a little cold
listen.
Oh.
It
just cause the sun out. Don't think.
don't mean it's
Right,
all
right.
on my side.
In fact, I think we want to know how much snow. I know I hate to even say that, the evil S word, snow. How much snow do y'all think we're going to get before spring break? That is our next podcast poll. What do you
Winter is coming.
what, what do you guys think? How much snow before spring break?
1 to 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like 3 to 4.
Thinking 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be the Price is Right $1 guy.
Okay.
None.
Oh,
Zero.
wow.
I'm going no
You're going
more.
0.
Okay.
Not even a penny, huh?
No, because I'm done. So I'm a positive think.
All right. We want to know what y'all think, man.
Yeah, that's right. SCSDOH.org/podcast poll. You can vote in this month's poll.
Dope. Super dope.
Okay, who we got on the show today, y'all?
I got the alumni segment, a dear friend of mine, former teammate, Mr. Thomas Jenkins.
Cool.
He's coming in. He's got some great news, some up and coming news with, he's working in Montgomery County schools and with the district and doing some great things with that. I'm going to let him explain what he's doing there. And it's also going to be able to bridge the gap from Montgomery County here to the Springfield City School District as well. So got some great news coming up.
Yeah,
Can't
really
wait to hear
cool
it.
connection that he has. You know what I mean? So yeah, that'll be a good segment. Izzy?
I have Amy from the Arts Museum, and I'm really excited to get to hear all about the Art Museum and I'm excited. I'm excited to get to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, we do a ton of stuff with the art museum.
Yes.
The itty bitties and the big bitties.
Yes,
and,
she's a cool lady. Her energy, I've brought some younger kids with her before one summer, and her energy matched them right away.
Yes.
So I know she's going to be cool coming in.
Yes.
All right. Well, I've got a lovely group of ladies from Hayward, and they are
Hayward!
well, not the Hayward, but
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And they're talking about their involvement with student leadership and student leadership team and Builders Club and how all of that works together to make Hayward a better place. So I'm excited to hear from them.
Cool. Well, let's get into it. We'll be right back on Cat Chat. Well, hello, folks. Welcome back to Cat Chat, and this is our alumni segment. And today I have my dear friend, Mr. Thomas Jenkins. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
It's great to have you on the alumni segment here on Cat Chat. So, Thomas, I know a little bit about you, probably more than our viewers. Why don't you give us a little bit about, where you're from, what schools you attended here in the city of Springfield, and what you're doing kind of right now?
Right, yeah. So the first half of my life, Springfield, born and raised, proud Lagunda Bulldog, Roosevelt Teddy, and then Springfield North High Panther.
Lagunda Bulldog, Roosevelt Teddy, Springfield High Panther. Now we're all Springfields. Lagunda Wildcats,
sir.
Roosevelt Wildcats. That's crazy how times change. Yeah, go ahead.
So it was a wonderful experience. Kind of a knucklehead kid, but I was thankful that I had a community that supported me, and it took care of me. And looked at when I started going off the track.
So you lost some recess time?
Yeah. and the thing was, it just wasn't like the teachers or the administrators. It was also like the cooks and the custodians. I had everybody trying to keep this kid busy just because I had so much time on my hands, and I love learning. Yeah. But like I just couldn't sit still, so they found out early just to keep me busy and keep me out of trouble, and I was so thankful of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What you ran off those schools, and I know you're through the city and a little bit now. What do you see, like the changes that are happening? Are you happy with the changes that's happening in Springfield and with the school district?
Yeah, I really am. I think when I was going through school, and so this would be in the 80s and 90s, that I really think that our community wasn't as cohesive as it could have been or should have been. And I think just kind of the way things with the schools were out, it didn't seem like they were together as like one community.
Right.
So I'm very appreciative now that just from somebody that will always be a Springfielder.
That's right.
The fact that we have one high school sports team that we can root for.
Right.
And that we all, even though I'm proud to be a Bulldog and a Panther and a Teddy. I think there's something to be said about we're all on the same team because we're all the same community. And I think that's helpful towards building a culture that's conducive to just community harmony and success.
And hopefully that can continue in our district and in our buildings as one and filter out into our community
100%
during this time.
Yeah.
Thomas, tell us about a little bit where you're at now, what you're doing now.
All right. Yeah. So, after I graduated from Wright State, I was actually coaching at Schaefer Middle School through college, and that started me coaching football and basketball. That got me started on an education track, which I didn't even know what I wanted to do. And, I was one of those kids, like many first-generation Springfield kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? I just want to make money and not worry about bills. And so when I went and I found my calling through coaching, which led me to teaching, then that took me to a wonderful career at Green and Local Schools after spending the first 2 years at Schaefer. And teaching science and engineering, I found my passion and my love working with, I knew I loved working with middle school kids. And one of the things that we were able to do at Greenan is I was able to work with 14 of my high school students, and we earned a United States patent, working with Microsoft, working with the state of Ohio, and that ballooned everything up to where I did some outreach I was an Einstein Fellow in DC with the United States Navy, with career connected learning stuff. I worked for the United States Patent and Trademark Office with similar things about intellectual property and empowering people, and like, this is your idea. Like, you need to know how can we educate you so you can advocate for yourself and claim this property and then market a product and be successful with entrepreneurship and such. And that led me to my current role, where I'm now Director of Career Connected Learning and Workforce for the Montgomery County Educational Service Center and Learn to Earn Dayton.
That is awesome. So you spoke about a lot right there in that little spiel, and being all over the place as far as in DC and in different spots and different districts. Could you tell the viewers how growing up in the city of Springfield under the Springfield City School District, right, with all your energy, with all the disciplinary guidance that you said you might have needed here and there, how did that form you to be successful outside of Springfield and outside the area?
Right. One of the things that, my job is I work with 19 districts in Montgomery County and Warren County to make sure that all those kids know what their path is, or at least are exposed to career options. And I think something early on that a lot of kids in Springfield, myself included, was like, I don't know what I want to do. Why am I learning this? And it wasn't that I didn't care. I was just disengaged because I needed extra context. So one thing that I'm very thankful for, a lot of my teachers at those schools that I mentioned in Springfield City Schools, they help provide context. This is why geometry is important. And if you don't know, you don't know. Like, I was talking to Ron with earlier, is like, context is everything, and kids need to know how it's valuable to them. Kids aren't being egocentric. Kids are being kids, wanting to take care of themselves and provide for themselves and do well in life. And I had a lot of adults from Springfield City Schools that saw potential in me, and they knew how to interact with me, and they showed me that this is a path. These are options. Consider them. And it's always wonderful when you're a teenage kid and you don't have direction, where somebody says, you know what, you did a good job, or I see potential in you. I think you can do this. And so it's very exciting to me, and I'm very thankful, and I always will be, that going through Springfield City Schools, that I had so many wonderful mentors and that took time with me. That
is awesome. And speaking of some of the mentors, what is one mentor that really stands out to you, that really turned on the light bulb and got you going?
Sure. So I had a lot of wonderful teachers, but as I mentioned, I started coaching at Schaefer in the late 90s, and there was a coach there that was also a teacher. But again, I was looking for, football was important. We played football together. I love it. But I had a year away from football, and I'm like, man, I want to get back into it. So Jeff Witt was a teacher at Schaefer Middle School, and he was a coach, and I saw the impact he had on those kids at Schaefer. And I went from being political science major, who was I wanted to be an attorney, make lots of money, leave the world behind, right? But when I saw the impact he had on those kids and the mentorship, then, I wanted to do that. And that's right away. I went in and I switched my major from political science to education and never looked back. Jeff's no longer with us because he lost a fight with cancer. But, I was able to be under his mentorship for a long time. And, again, just one of the handful, just dozens, hundreds of wonderful adults we have in this school district supporting our kids, and not only providing guidance to the students, but also to the other educators and young people working within the system that want to be part of the educational community of Springfield City Schools.
Absolutely. And it's a wonderful feeling. And you can elaborate on this if you want. And I think this is part of what you're doing in the career pathways. It's a wonderful feeling when you see a kid understand their why.
Yeah.
And understand what they're doing.
Most definitely.
What kind of feeling does that give you, working with these kids and seeing them figuring out, like, I know what I want to do?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. And that's why I do what I do, because there's nothing like that rush and just self-satisfaction of knowing that you help somebody find their way, especially when you've been given so many gifts from so many people that have invested time in you. And you get to a certain point in your life where you're like, you know what? I really want to focus my energy on empowering and uplifting others because I appreciate what's been done for me. So, one of the things I'm super excited about, and I can say this today because it was actually a press release yesterday, is I work for Montgomery County ESC in Lerner and Dayton, but we also support districts outside of Montgomery County. And we write a lot of grants, so we get a lot of grant funding. So I'm proud, excited, and happy to bring this home that part of my work next year will also include Springfield City Schools.
Hello.
So we got a grant from Strive Together, and they're investing in helping us continue our work in our existing school districts, but we're also adding Middletown and we're also adding Springfield City Schools to our portfolio next year. So while I have career navigators on my team that are out in these districts doing wonderful work, Springfield City Schools will be one of those districts next year.
That is that's amazing news. With the times that public schools are under attack when it comes to funding,
right,
in a lot of different areas. So that is great news, and kudos to you. I always do this question before we get out of here and end this segment. You talked about your mentors. You talked about the knowledge you've gained from Springfield and growing up and where you was and where you are now. But that whole path has made you who you are ready for this moment right now. If the Thomas Jenkins right now could go back to the high school junior Thomas Jenkins, what advice would you give him?
Don't be such a knucklehead. like things don't have to be hard. People are trying to help you. And again, not that I was ever a bad person, and I was always appreciative.
Right.
But I just had in my mind where I was going to go, and sometimes I should have just listened more because there were so many people that wanted to help and that were helping, but it just took me a little bit longer than it should have for me to get there and just understand. Just listen to them. It's going to save you a world of trouble, and it's just going to make things easier on down the road.
Patience, Danielson. Patience.
Exactly.
Well, Thomas, man, I appreciate everything that you're going to do, the things you've done. I love seeing my friends grow old and up because we're all not here anymore.
Right.
Everyone's not here. Everyone has some hard times. I know we all have, but to sit here next to a fellow friend, a fellow teammate, I'm very appreciative of what you're doing and what you're going to do with our district. And kudos to you and many blessings on.
All right, likewise. Good to see you, man.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be right back on Cat Chat.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cat Chat. Today with me, I have students from Hayward who are members of either Builders Club or Student Leadership Club. Welcome to Cat Chat, everybody. Take a second and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Ruth Broke, 8th grader in Hayward Middle School.
My name is Sarah Collins, and I'm an 8th grader in Hayward Middle School.
Hi, my name is Yamalini, and I'm an 8th grader.
Hi, my name is Ricky, and I'm a 7th grader.
Awesome. All right, so like I mentioned, you guys are all either part of Builders Club or Student Leadership Team, or both, right? Yeah. So tell me first, what are these things? What do you guys do? And, feel free to describe either or both.
Well, what we do in leadership is we do events, we track data, and so much more. Basically, okay.
And you guys are on teams, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lighthouse has 3 of them, actually.
Okay.
We have academics, cultural, and leadership. Academics goes around and collects data. iReady scores, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what the other 2 do though, because I am leadership of, well, I'm not leadership, but leader of academic team, and I forgot what the others did.
No, you're good. Culture, I assume, is the behavior, right? The feeling of your building, right?
Yeah.
And leadership is leadership,
yeah.
Right? Being the one to lead others. What about Builders Club? Tell me about it.
We do more like community service, our most recent thing that we've done is we sold candygrams, and we've sold over 500.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a lot that you're doing, like project-wise, right? Probably goes to fund your projects. Yeah, Melina, what about this conference? You mentioned a conference earlier.
Yeah, so the conference, we meet up every 2 weeks of Wednesdays. And we talk about like what should we do and what should we do. So when we had the parent teacher conference, we had little games at the side.
Okay.
Like in the front, if parents or like kids wanted to play, we had the Guess Who, confetti pinata.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
And
Balloon and cup.
Okay.
And whoever, it didn't really matter if you won, you get like a prize.
So it sounds like these groups are kind of similar in what they do, right? But like, why did you guys want to get involved in either of these groups?
Well, one of my teachers, Mrs. Scott, really believed in me and seeing a leader in me. So he gave me a application to fill out, and I got in, and it's very fun. Actually, I love being in leadership. I just love trying to do things for other people, host these events, and just try to fit everyone in.
Yeah, I love that. Ruth, how about you?
Well, my teacher from 7th grade, she was telling me like to join. I was like, no, because I didn't know what that meant. So then she kept like insisting, so I joined, and I ended up actually liking it.
What do you think your favorite part is?
Probably when we plan out stuff and we give our own opinions, our ideas.
I love that you mentioned sharing your own opinions and ideas. What is that like for you guys? Do you enjoy that? Like, do you feel like staff are receptive to your opinions and your ideas?
Yeah, they're really respectful to our opinions. But they will say like, that's a good idea. They will tell me like what's wrong, what's right.
And they will also like throw out like some examples of themselves of their own opinions too, and sometimes we could add some things in, and they approve it.
Awesome. So what I'm hearing you guys say is it's a lot of mixing of ideas, right, between what you guys want to do and what maybe your teachers or the staff members want to do, which I think is really great, because it's no fun if us adults are making all the decisions, right? Like, you guys are the ones who go to school and do the things. So tell me about like some of your most recent projects, maybe from student leadership team.
Yeah, we did the student celebration for the winter before winter break.
Okay, what's that?
Which is basically where all Lighthouse meets in the gym, and then all the students 7th and 8th go into the gymnasium. They take a seat. We explain. We call out people, and they come and the people who represent the 7 habits. They come down and we just like play games. And I know a few of the games were like cup stacking. I think that's the only one I can remember.
One of them was like ping pong.
Yeah, you had to like pick up ping pong balls with like chopsticks or like spoons and put them in cups, and you had to take them back out.
And penny stacking too.
So this was like something you guys did during the day, like to just bring some fun to the school day. Okay, awesome. So like, if you weren't doing these things, right, and you didn't have these opportunities and you weren't having these fun events, what do you feel like your school or our building may be like, right? I mean, it's so cool that you guys get to just like add this fun, right, and this engagement in. Do you feel like you guys are growing in your leadership skills?
Yeah.
How so? Like, how have you seen yourself even change maybe this year?
Well, I tend to like put out my ideas a lot more, and help a lot more people out. And normally people ask me, "Hey Sarah, can you help me with this? Hey Sarah, can you give me some ideas?" and so on.
Nice. So you're feeling more comfortable putting yourself out there for other people. That's great. Anybody else? How have you seen yourself change this year by being part of these groups?
I've been more confident in like stuff like this, like talking in front of people.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
it's a skill, right? To be able to, even in your building, right? Explain to people things, talk to different people, maybe who aren't your friends, but, you know, having conversations with them, making relationships, that's huge. What about some things that you guys maybe have planned for the rest of the school year?
I know we have a dance planned.
A dance, okay.
I don't know much about it though. I just know we're planning to host a dance.
I know. Last year, they did do a dance last year though,
Okay.
and it basically was just like something similar to prom, and students 8th and 7th came, had fun. I was part of there too.
Nice.
It's really fun.
Explain to me your meetings. Like, if I was to walk into a room where you guys are having either a Lighthouse team or Builders Club meeting, like, what does that look like? What does that process look like?
Talkative. Everyone's talking and everyone's like getting along.
Yeah.
Like writing things down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like designated people who are doing designated jobs in the groups?
Sometimes.
Like, is one person responsible for writing things down or whatever?
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
we get in groups.
Okay.
In groups of 3 or 2.
Okay. And what do you guys discuss? What do you talk about? What are we writing down?
For Builders Club, we usually
Yeah.
for Builders Club, we usually talk about the stuff that's coming up that we want to like do, and then we talk about who we want in our group and who's gonna help with what.
Okay, awesome. So you guys talking about your projects. Do you guys, like, Sarah, you mentioned like data and data collection. Like,
Yes.
what is that like? Because I don't always see that, right? Like kids actually getting into academic data, but like what's that
Yeah.
been like?
Well, it's basically like you collect statistic data, and basically like about like iReady scores, just all around the building.
Mm-hmm.
Students are doing most, students are doing less. 7th and 8th, comparing like ELA and math scores and stuff like that.
What do you do with those?
I know for like some students they've completed it and they're gonna get rewards for it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically not any, but students who do like the most iReady scores, they usually get like rewards from it, like from their math teacher, ELA teacher, just for completing their iReady scores. It's basically to like keep track of it's basically to like keep track of like what they've learned so far. So like all through the levels through iReady, it's supposed to be like on the same level as what they're currently learning in class.
So you guys are really helping to take that information and translate it sometimes into rewards for people, right? Like you're that channel, if you will. Ruth, I'm going to pick on you for just a second because I know this about you. So when you were at Fulton, you were part of ambassadors. Yeah, Melina, were you an ambassador?
ambassador too.
I thought so. Okay, so I'm going to pick on both of you. All right, so did you being a Fulton student ambassador have any part in you doing student leadership or Builders Club at Hayward?
Yeah,
I know you guys were just little elementary schoolers, but
Yeah.
Miss Howard had you doing a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was a kind of a good transition experience? Like you had already kind of done some of these leadership things?
Yeah, it was kind of like old. Like it was such a fun experience actually. Like going to middle school and doing it the same thing we did, just without the jackets.
Just without the jackets, but we love your jackets, Miss Howard. How was it for you, Melanie?
it was really good. Like, I was already a leader at 6th grade, so I was like, why not be a leader in 7th grade and through 8th grade too?
Anything from Fulton that you remember that you were like, that was really fun. I liked that.
Probably going to field trips with the ambassadors.
You guys went a lot of places, that's right.
Yeah.
She had you all over the place. So tell me about like what you'd like to do as you guys move through middle school, especially with leadership. I know some of you will go into high school, but you know, is this something that you want to continue? And if so, why?
I definitely do want to continue, so I can continue sharing my opinion and doing these fun events for, like every student in the district,
Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to jump in?
I heard that in high school it turns like it's not the same thing as middle school. It turns like leadership is a little bit different at high school.
A little bit, but still have a lighthouse team, still planning events. A lot of the things that you guys have mentioned still in place. It just may look different building to building, but that's kind of the cool thing too, right? Like you get to change and grow with whatever building you go to. Last thing I kind of want to ask you guys is, this is something very unique that we do here, have these teams, have these clubs in our buildings. Not every school, even around us, has that. So why do you all think that that is so important that we have it? What do you think it's giving kids? What do you think the benefit is?
Behave better.
Yeah, it did help me like communicate a lot better with my peers around it.
Well, and you have to think, like, if you guys are the ones giving your ideas and your feedback now, that means that wasn't always the case, right? Mm-hmm. It meant that your principals, your teachers were the ones who were coming up with things for you based on what they liked, right? And so this is a much more collaborative environment where you all are working together and giving your thoughts on things. So you have a voice, you have a stand. So the last thing I want to ask you guys is, what do you think the benefit of having these clubs and these leadership opportunities is for you guys and all of your classmates? Because as we know, like, not everybody has these things. What do you guys think are some benefits?
I know one benefit for me, it really helped me a lot to communicate more with my peers, get my idea out more, and just show myself off.
Yeah, I love that answer. Show myself off and all of your skills. Yes.
It helped me like more so be myself with people that I didn't really know that well, and it helped me behave better because in elementary school I was not that good of a kid, but now I am.
But look at you now. Yeah. I love that. That's great.
Be a little bit talkative with other people that I don't know, and collaborate.
Yes, absolutely collaborative. And there's nothing wrong with being quiet, right? But like, you've probably grown and really improved yourself as a student, as a human, because you're able now to talk to people. Mm-hmm. Ruth, any benefits for you?
It really helped me share my opinions, be more confident in myself, just not sit there quiet, thinking to myself my own ideas, and not sharing them with other peers.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing what else you guys are going to do for the rest of the school year, and for those of you who will still be in middle school next year, what you're going to do next year. Thank you guys so much for being on Cat Chat. We will be right back.
Hi, welcome back to Cat Chat. I am here with
Amy from the Springfield Museum of Art.
And today we're going to be getting to know her just a little bit. So, hi.
Hello.
I want to know what your role is in the community.
All right, so I myself am a museum educator, which means I help put art and people together. So we do a bunch of work with the schools, helping get art and students together, art and teachers together. Mm-hmm. As a community resource, the museum is really an open resource for everyone. Okay. We like to say art belongs to all people, and we totally mean it, just like the library or the park. The museum is a place for you.
That's so cool. So anybody can go in there. Anybody can look at the art. Is there classes that you can take? Is there anything that you can do to further your art education?
Yeah, everybody can come in. We run through a couple of things. Like, if you're a student, you're always free. Mm-hmm. No admission charge. If you have an EBT card, we participate in Museums for All, which is a national program that makes sure cost is not a barrier to access to art. If you're an elder, if you're an adult, there are like some small charges for admission. But yes, people can come and check out the art in the museums. We've got lots of different galleries and new exhibitions. Like, every 3 to 6 months, at least one thing is new. Something has changed out. Mm-hmm. And you asked about like classes or things. The very best thing I can tell you about, on the second Sunday every month, Sunday afternoon, we're open just all afternoon, 12:30 to 4:30. Mm-hmm. It's our free all ages day of creativity. So anyone can come, and this is what's so exciting. An exhibiting artist, so their art is up in the gallery. They're in the gallery making new work. So you can come in, you talk to them, you sort of see what they're doing, and then whatever material or maybe concept they're working with, you can come to the studio and hands-on for free, make art yourself. So it's a fabulous day to come to the museum.
That is so cool. I think that's so cool just to be able to come into a museum and look at a bunch of different art. And I feel like everybody's art is somewhat different. So to be able to see like different people's art and how different people think and how they want to like present their thoughts onto a canvas paper, I think is really cool. I've always been so interested in art.
I love how you say that. The other thing that's really cool about that is that not only the artist with all of their unique thoughts, right? But every person who comes to see art brings themselves to it.
Yes.
So everybody has a different experience, and it's one of the few places, like so often in life, right? People are like, no, it's this way. I want you to know it's this way. But in art, we're like, well, it could be this or it could be that. So it's a really nice place. It's one of the good things art does for us is it helps build tolerance for what other people also think.
Okay.
Also, here's a very cool thing. Some doctors have started prescribing visits to museums.
Really?
Even in our community, there's like an RX for including art, because when we look at art, when we make art, we switch hemispheres of our brain and we switch away from our language center into a place where we have more deep concentration and sort of calmness. And it's a place where healing occurs. Like we have to be in that state. So literally you go into a gallery, kind of let yourself get lost in the art a little bit, or you sit down in the studio, start making something. When you come out afterwards, you're like, wow, I feel better.
That is, I feel like art somewhat is therapeutic, of course. Like I would love to go outside, put my headphones in, and just start painting. Like my mom is a big painter. So in our family, we always do at least one painting day a year. And we'll all be outside and we'll all be painting. And it's so much fun. And I think it's just so calming, especially since it's warm outside. And I find it really fun.
That's a really cool family tradition. I love that.
So I want to know how you got into this role for the art museum.
Well, here was a neat thing. I was working with early childhood. I do a lot with preschool. The museum, we work with all the classes at Clark Early Learning Center, and classes come to the museum, and then we do things at school as well. But long ago, many years ago, it started because actually Head Start came to the museum, and they said, we have 500 preschoolers. We want them all to come to the museum. And we said, oh, that sounds really exciting. So not all at once, but so, and then we were able to start working with Clark Early Learning Center as well, which we still do. We do a thing called Artful Play. And so it's all about art and creativity and open-ended learning. And it totally suits every developmental stage preschoolers are going through. So that was really sort of my entry into the museum. And now it just grows and grows. The museum's going to be 75 years old next year. So we started with art and education. That was really what this community wanted and where we started. And then right now, we just keep working on broadening our reach and deepening our impact. So like preschool groups, they come not just one time, but they come at least 3 times. And kids, you should see them. Like they'll come in the second time, they're like, oh yeah, I know this place. Like this is my place. Like, and that's, I mean, just imagine generation after generation growing up knowing that the museum as a community resource belongs to them.
Yes,
that's a beautiful thing.
That really is. I love that.
But then we don't stop with preschoolers. Are you ready? I'm going to lay the rest on you.
Ready.
So, like right now, we're getting ready for the elementary art schools to have their art show at the museum. And Hayward and Schaefer currently have work up. Dance, Stomp, Shake is a partnering organization. And this is something we like to do. It's like, let's work together. Let's have play dates, you know? And they wanted to do a youth arts preview. And so that sort of rolled into highlighting middle schoolers who don't get enough shine. You know, they really don't. So right now, middle school artwork is up for the month of February. And it was highlighted at the Art That Bonds event, which is really the partner event with Dance, Stomp, Shake in early February.
Wow.
And then after middle school, we get elementary school art coming into the museum. And after that, high school art is coming into the museum. So we really love that we can showcase student artwork. And also, we work all year long with teachers on projects. So professional development days, here's a neat thing.
I'm ready.
I'm talking your ear off now.
No. Girl, I love it. I love it.
The Springfield Museum of Art is part of a local group that works with a national sort of project through the Kennedy Center, and it's all about helping teachers bring more arts into the classroom.
Wow.
So that's a really cool thing, like with teachers throughout the year, and that looks like different things, professional development days or special projects. Right now at Lincoln Elementary School, we're getting ready to bring in a teaching artist next week. The school's going to be doing a memory map inspired by the artist Amina Robinson, and the memory map she did at Springfield, you might have seen a study for it downtown at the skyscraper downtown. On the corner there is the study for it, but it's just Springfield places and Springfield stories, and we're going to do that for over by Lincoln.
So cool. So this is incorporated with all the schools and all the ages. So this varies from little to all the way up to senior. Does it go higher than that?
We do work with colleges a lot, but let's focus right now on preschool through 12th grade, since we've got the district going on. And one thing that's exciting to me when you're talking about serving everybody, so we do have like a little bit of a capacity thing. Like, I wish we could serve everybody all the time.
Yes.
But, we only have so many people. However, one thing that's very cool, you guys work with Wit and Wisdom as the reading curriculum for sort of a little bit pre, but like K through 8, really solid. And it includes a famous artwork with each one. You're like, yeah, I've done Wit and Wisdom, I've been in the district. But here's what we did. We said, why just have one artwork? So the museum curated artwork collections to go with every module, and they're available through a Smithsonian digital platform because we're a Smithsonian affiliate. And it's a really lovely way teachers can use all different kinds of artworks, because we found we were working with a couple of the elementary schools when kids are looking at artworks and talking about them and then writing about them, 3rd and 4th grade writing skills just go up, up, up. So that's a resource, like everyone can use that. It's available for everyone. And then the other things are, either project-based or in time, like spring is when we do the art exhibitions, things like that.
So you're a Smithsonian affiliate.
We are a Smithsonian affiliate.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, and here's what that is. Smithsonian's such a rock star in the museum world. All the free museums on the National Mall, but they do national affiliates, and that means, like, lots of people are like, oh, do you get Smithsonian artworks? And they don't loan them out to us. But what they do is they connect us with all the resources. For example, right now, we are one of 10 museums across the nation working with this project called Artful Movement. And it's through a yoga group called Create Calm, which does stuff for the classroom, and the National Museum of Asian Art. And what we're working with are ways to extend looking at art and also bring it into the body. So it's not exactly yoga, it's not exactly dance, it's really about movement inspired by the artwork that then goes back and gives us all of that sort of, time to go into our deep state in our brain that we were talking about, and the good healing. And so that's a Smithsonian project. Just today, actually, this is kind of fun. We were sent for America 250. There's a piece of art that takes like vanity license plates, and it does the preamble to the Constitution with vanity license plates. It's a very cool piece of art. It's just called Preamble. And the Smithsonian's offering a free poster to any educator that registers for it.
Wow.
So just small things and big things come from being Smithsonian, but mostly it's like, this museum here in our city, right? Our small city, we're connected to the nation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is like across, like, way farther than just Springfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
So
that's
it's like
really
national best
cool.
practices come into our town through the Springfield Museum of Art.
That is really cool.
I'm glad you think
I
so.
love that. So I want to touch on how you talked about the brain and the development with art, because it sounds like it has a lot of science that goes into it. So I want to know a little bit about that, because I think the brain is so interesting and how it correlates with art. So I want to know about that.
All right, well, I will lay on you just a little bit that I know. We'll sort of do it in a nutshell. It's really a cool thing is that the side of our brain with our language center is very busy talking to us all the time, is very busy categorizing things, right? Organizing things, stressing us out sometimes. Not always. I mean, it's very helpful too. But when we are looking, we switch hemispheres of our brain, and we are in a place where we are having spatial awareness, and all that chatter just falls away. And so what's happening is that we're being mindful, basically. We're really in the moment, looking at shadow, at light, at color, at saturation, at tone, at energy of line. All of that resonates in our body in a way that helps us heal. Even like not if we're like sick, but just like helps regenerate. Maybe would be a better word than healing. Helps us regenerate.
Yes, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I have always, like, this is a little sidebar. I've always wanted to go into like psychology because I think the brain is just, there's so much to it. Like, there's so much that goes into it. And I think it's really cool to be able to hear that there's so much that goes into art that has to do with the brain. And there's so much that you have to think about. Like, there's so much to it. And I think that's so cool. So.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And we work with some art therapists. Like, we're not art therapists. We don't have art therapists on staff at the museum, but we work with art therapists on projects. We did a great project with the district a couple years ago where we pulled in art therapists to do some of our trauma-informed care in the classroom and built practices around art. So another great example of that sort of partnership between the district and the museum, and being able to tap experts that we need in order to do the work we want to do, to include art in students' lives.
So cool. So I want to know also about this specific museum and when it's open and how much it costs. So the hours.
Perfect. All right. The museum is open Wednesday through Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, we're closed because on the weekend we want to be open so everybody can come, right? You're off school, you might be off work. So Wednesday through Saturday, it's 9 to 5, kind of regular business hours. And then we're open Sunday afternoon, 12:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
Now remember that second Sunday, that's our free all ages day of creativity. Come find art on the second Sunday every single month. So that's free. Other free ways to come, if you're a veteran or a veteran's family, if you have an EBT card in your family, that's another free way. That's Museums for All. If you're a student, you never pay admission. And then otherwise, we just have a really small admission fee for people that feel like they can do it and it's not a barrier.
Okay, so cool. So anybody that is interested in art and being creative and coming to the art museum, 100% do it. And I think it's super good with after school and coming in, and if I really think this is really cool. So I also want to just say thank you so much for doing this for our community. I know it means a lot to a lot of people that love art, and just I think it is really cool. So thank you.
It's been really nice talking with you, Izzy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing and telling us how you have helped in our community and the art museum. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
A pleasure.
We will be right back on Cat Chat.
And we're back, capping off another episode of Cat Chat for March. Lovely show, everybody.
Yay.
Lovely. Exciting news. Like, talking to Thomas Jenkins and him working with the Montgomery County ESC and some of the things they're doing, and with this newly found grant that they are able to distribute amongst other counties. Being from Springfield, he really spearheaded making sure Springfield City School has a part in it. And, the way public schools are under attack right now throughout the country, you need all the help you can get. And Thomas Jenkins is putting that foot forward, giving right back to the community who brought him up. And he really spoke on that, and it was a great one. So shout out to Thomas, man. Great to see you.
Yeah, so timely too. Like, for him to be on and talk about that, I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
I thought the interview with Amy was super cool. Getting to learn more about the art museum, the times when you can go, all the things they provide, and I just thought it was really cool. Also, how she added about how much art has to do with your brain and the development and science, I thought was really cool. I learned a lot, and I think it is really cool what she does for the community, and definitely go visit the art museum.
I know when I walked by, did I see some woo sign going on?
Oh my gosh, yes. We did breathing before.
I saw some woo sign. I said, okay then.
Her energy, her soul, she is an amazing person. Great person to be around. Amazing energy.
Awesome.
Super cool. Super cool.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, I hope that all of these ladies and gentlemen at Hayward who are part of the student leadership team understand that that's a privileged spot. You know what I mean? So like we were having our conversation, and I really appreciated it about like when you go to other school districts, they don't necessarily have that, right? I mean, but we have really taken a lot of time to dedicate and devote people to getting our kids ready to lead and be bigger than themselves. And so I love to hear their perspective and, what they enjoy about it.
That is awesome, man. It's I really like this podcast. Like, you think you got a grip on everything, and then each month somebody else comes in and another kid comes in, or, you know, they say a few things and you just like, wow, it gives you another outlook on some of the great things that's happening around our school district.
Well, like, I know Amy, but when Amy was talking with you, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. Wait a minute.
Right.
So, yeah, I really like that you get to just chill and, you know, have those conversations with people who are on here.
Yeah. So we're learning with you too.
Yes.
You know, we're just the guide to it all. But
That's right.
we are opening up the different boxes.
All right, we'll go ahead and mark this episode done.
Yep.
We're good to go. Everyone be cautious on the road because new drivers out and about. Don't forget.
And she ready. And she ready. Look,
She's ready to get out of here right now and
ready.
go.
I got practice to attend, so I'm on the road.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Well, for this month, see ya. Be safe. Have fun. All the things. Enjoy the spring. No snow.
Peace.